How's it going, everyone? So we have yet another update on the Gears of War collection that is slated to come to PlayStation 5 in the middle of August. We had been talking about it quite a lot as far as the lack of multiplayer and the fact that it looks like PvP won't be implemented in this Gears of War collection. And now we have a bit of an update that Gears of War collection is slated to have co-op campaign functionality. So it started off that there was going to be no multiplayer, but then we were unaware about whether or not co-op campaign would be available. However, now we have been hearing a little bit more about it. Gears of War Collection will have co-op campaign, but will not have multiplayer PvP. There will be 3 titles with this collection, which probably means, you know, the first 3 Gears game and no Gears Judgment, and PlayStation will be coming with PlayStation 5 Pro enhancements. So this could be more than just a typical, you know, quick remaster that they release. Given that it's going to be Pro enhanced, this is potentially more akin to something like Ninja Gaiden 2 Black that just came out, and I do think we're going to see quite a bit of refinement. I will say I was a little bit surprised at the comment section on the recent video we uploaded talking about the lack of multiplayer, and I was surprised in the sense that so many people were still all aboard the hype train. In fact, some people even said that they think this is a benefit and this gets them even more excited. I don't even know how you could be of the mindset. Do you guys hate multiplayer gaming that much that literally the feature not even being there but the game being the exact same regardless is like, man, sign me up. I don't even want to think about multiplayer. I don't want multiplayer in this. But I had said in the previous video, PvP not being in the game, I think, is a huge blow. Co-op campaign not being in the game would be, to me, just inexcusable. Gears of War, to me, so much of the enjoyment of the franchise has been playing with your friends. Same thing with Halo. That's why I thought it was fairly egregious that Halo Infinite launched without co-op campaign. Co-op is such a big aspect to these games, so at the very least we'll have co-op. Hopefully we'll have horde mode in there as well, and I think that'll get a lot of people to be excited. Still, am I the only one that had a great time with Gears PvP? I thought it was a ton of fun. I did talk about it in the previous video. When you talk about competitive multiplayer, I totally get the argument of not wanting to compete with yourself, not releasing a game, you know, in the same time frame as Gears E-Day, if that is going to ultimately come out in late 25 or early 26, that you're going to be dividing your player base. And generally speaking, with these big multiplayer games these days, they're gonna have some sort of live service element baked into it. I do expect Gears E-Day to be a $70 game, obviously in Game Pass, but given it's in Game Pass, and given that you want as many people playing this game as possible, given that you want to monetize those people on top of it just being in Game Pass, and I'm sure they'll do stuff where there will be in-game purchases. Even as a full regular title, E-Day, I fully expect to have, you know, whatever. You can buy whatever from the in-game store. I'm not here to speculate on that. And when you have elements like that baked into it, you do want as many people playing those games. You don't want people playing your traditional multiplayer games if you've got live service games that you can make money off of them on the back end. It will be interesting if E-Day is a day one PlayStation 5 game. That is still the question up in the air. And if E-Day is day one PS5 and it's enhanced on PS5 Pro, I feel like that will be kind of a wild thing to assess. That of all franchises, Gears of War is playing the best on consoles on a PlayStation platform. Like, that's just wild to think about. Like, it's one thing with Forza Horizon 5, but Gears, and if it came out day one, and then, you know, you could say that about the Gears collection, if it is in fact PS5 Pro enhanced, which it looks like it will, given the fact that it's in the PlayStation 5 store's back end, and that looks to be the case. But, man, I could see this end up being $70, you guys, as well. If Sony can get away with releasing Last of Us Part 1 for 70 bucks, if you're talking about they are doing a legit, you know, more than a remaster, and you're talking about the games having legit visual improvements, PS5 Pro enhanced, and all of these things, and you're getting 3 games versus 1 with Last of Us Part 1, from a business standpoint, I don't see it being that big of a problem pricing it at $70, and you guys let me know what you think about that. But if you weren't critical about Last of Us Part 1 being $70, but all of a sudden you're gonna be critical of Gears Collection being $70, I think you're out to lunch at that point. It's 3 games versus 1, and you're talking about it potentially being more than a remaster, it being PS5 Pro Enhanced. I could easily see a $70 price point now that I think more and more about it. Forza Horizon 5 is coming out at a $60 price point, but it's coming out at a 3-year delay at $60. On top of that, you got Ultimate Editions and all this nonsense. Gears Trilogy, $70, $100 ultimate. I'm just gonna do this for them. $100 Ultimate Edition with you know, fake early access baked into it. Like, I could totally see that happening even without regular PvP multiplayer. And you can make the argument, bro, it's Gears on PlayStation. You're gonna pay whatever they ask, but it's still very much an interesting thing to talk about. No PvP, but I could see the price appreciating as well, or at least, you know, the collection for $70, because Last of Us Part 1 literally didn't have the factions multiplayer, and that was $70. You're telling me Gears Collection can't be $70? It absolutely could be $70. And let's add this element to it as well. What if it's a digital only release? Because I could see that happening as well. Forza Horizon 5 not getting a physical release. It'll be very interesting, and I think we'll get more of an idea on what Xbox and Microsoft's plan is with all of this. If Indiana Jones doesn't have a physical release as well, I think that would be something that would be a very big statement. If Indiana Jones doesn't have a physical release, then I think going forward, just a lot of these Xbox titles aren't going to have physical releases. Hellblade 2, whenever that decides to drop, is that going to have a physical release? I highly doubt it in the case of Hellblade 2. But that'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Interested to hear what you guys think. Co-op campaign in the Gears Collection, PvP not. First of all, your thoughts on that, and also, would you pay $70 for this collection? Last of Us Part 1 was $70. This being $70, I don't think is out of the realm of possibility. Look at something like Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. That just came out at $50, you guys. That's one game. You're talking about an IP as notable as Gears, 3 games all in one collection if it's enhanced, and the more and more I think about it, I think they, from a business standpoint, again, I'm not talking about what I want to pay, I'm not talking about, you know, what would be fair to the consumer. I think from a business standpoint, them pricing this at anything other than $70 would honestly be like them doing a solid for the consumer and not looking after the business best interest, and I don't think they're gonna do that. Spoiler alert, I don't think they're gonna do that, because at the end of the day, who are the people that are gonna be spending $70 on this game? It's probably gonna be the people on PlayStation. They're just gonna be excited about getting one of the most notable IPs that Xbox has ever had on PlayStation, and I think they'd pay $70 for it. Yeah, some people will pay $70 on Steam, but I think, you know, all the Xbox players are gonna play it via Game Pass, and a lot of PC players gonna play it via Game Pass as well. But that'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.